to win.
Medicine Hat moving around. There's Weisblatt on the doorstep. He's up by Elliott. Flung down the ice again. Here goes Cowan after it. Well, the London Knights earned their second chance to make up for what they didn't accomplish last year. And now on the shores of the St. Lawrence, the London Knights will complete their Memorial Cup crusade for the third time in franchise history. The Knights are Memorial Cup champions.
What a performance by the London Knights after they dropped the game in the round robin against the Medicine Hat Tigers. They asserted themselves perfectly in the championship game. A dominant performance against the Moncton Wildcats in the semis to get themselves here. And the big boys led the way. The captain, Denver Barkey, with 2 goals. Easton Cowan, a great performance. Sam Dickinson in what could be his final junior game, 3 assists. And the London Knights absolutely took care of business. After losing in heartbreaking fashion last year, a lot of returning players, and Dale Hunter and his group have been planning this for a year. It's not easy to get back here for any team. And this has been an unbelievable season for the London Knights, very well deserving of an OHL championship and a Memorial Cup championship.
And there's the architect, Mark Hunter, general manager of the London Knights. A big part of this team was built through the draft to get to this point, and there are the Medicine Hat Tigers. This is a heartbreak for them, Frankie. Western Hockey League champions, but how far they have come from where they were just a couple seasons ago.
I give them a lot of credit. This was a resilient season for them. They were basically missing 2/3 of their second line all year long. They didn't have Caden Lindstrom as he recovered from back surgery. Andrew Basha has been out since December. He came back for game 1 of the WHL Championship Series. They got themselves to the Memorial Cup and ultimately will fall just short. We got to see the skills of Gavin McKenna on full display, and a bright future ahead for a lot of the players on this Medicine Hat team.
You see the sticker right there on the back of Gavin McKenna's head. Dad, 35. That, of course, is for their netminder, Harrison Mennigan. His father tragically passed away just prior to the postseason, but boy, how proud his family must be of him now. He does not bring home the Memorial Cup tonight, but an incredible postseason run for Harrison Mennigan, dealing with so much. Well-deserved playoff MVP. His captain, Oasis Weisblatt, was one to hand him off the Western Hockey League Championship, the Ed Chanel Trophy. The Tigers won it in Spokane as they start the handshake line, led by Denver Barkey of London and Oasis Weisblatt of the Medicine Hat Tigers.
You talk about players really pushing through and being resilient. Denver Barkey comes back early from an ankle injury that he suffered in the Western Conference Finals against the Kitchener Rangers, and has a remarkable performance through some discomfort in the championship game with 2 goals. And exactly what you would expect from a player like Denver Barkey, the kind of leader that he is. There's Oasis Weisblatt, the overage forward for Medicine Hat. His first year in Medicine Hat, the team had a CHL worst 11 wins. He has seen the worst days as a Tiger and the best days as a Tiger, and his career will finish with a WHL championship.
So the London Knights, a couple years back, OHL finalists, fell short to the Peterborough Peach. Last year, OHL champs fell short in the final to Saginaw. This year, they finally pulled off the clean sweep. OHL champs and Memorial Cup champs, led by so many of the players. They had 12 players who were in the lineup last year against Saginaw, back in the lineup again tonight. They have made amends and avenge the loss from a year ago to make themselves Memorial Cup champions for the third time in the history of the London Knight franchise. And Dale Hunter will tie Don Hay the most Memorial Cup championships by a head coach.
Kasper Halttunen was dominant in the OHL finals, had 9 goals in the championship series against the Oshawa Generals, and nice performance in the Memorial Cup with 2 goals as well.
Well, Easton Cowan is a Memorial Cup champion, and he is standing by right now with Dragan Subban.
And 1 year ago, you lost on this stage, and now you're back as a champion. Can you put the moment into words for me?
Yeah, just unreal. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of speechless. I mean, what an effort, what a team we had. I mean, you know, yeah, I don't know what to say right now. I'm just speechless. You know, so proud of this team. You know, it sucks it's my last game as a Knight, but I'm so glad I got to do it with these guys and win a championship, and just couldn't have done it without the London Knights organization for sure.
What will you remember most about this team?
Just how tight we were. I mean, we hung out every day, get ice cream together, watch horror movies together. I'm not a big fan of the horror movies, but that's all right. Just, you know, spend quality time with each other, and it's just something special that I'll always remember for sure.
You're now tied with Mitch Marner for the most points at a Memorial Cup in franchise history. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, he's the player I grew up watching, and he's a super special player and just a super special person for sure. So I'll send him a text about that one for sure.
Congrats. Go enjoy it.
Thank you.
Mitch Marner was Memorial Cup MVP back in 2016. There's a pretty good chance we might see Easton Cowan at least in the mix for that award this year. Here's a look at the CHL Memorial Cup All-Star team, Frankie.
And no surprises, of course. Easton Cowan leading the way. Gavin McKenna. I mean, what a performance for Denver Barkey in the championship game. And Sam Dickinson, far and away the best defenseman at the Memorial Cup. Tanner Molendyk, the first-round pick of the Nashville Predators, always noticeable. And how about Austin Elliott? What a season for him. Imagine clearing waivers in the WHL, some uncertainty about your future, and then you finish the year now hoisting the Memorial Cup, moments away from that. What a roller coaster.
Well, players here will gather along the blue line. We'll, of course, have the Memorial Cup presentation as well as tournament MVP, the Stafford Smythe Memorial Trophy. Bam's Memorial Trophies awarded to the goaltender of the tournament.
Victory Plus and NHL Network. Il y a 60 équipes dans la famille de la Ligue canadienne de hockey, mais seulement une peut être couronnée championne de la Coupe Memorial. There are 60 teams in the Canadian Hockey League family, but only one can be crowned the Memorial Cup champion. Pour débuter la cérémonie aujourd'hui, veuillez les accueillir au milieu de la patinoire. To kick off tonight's trophy presentation ceremony, please welcome to center ice le commissaire de la LHJMQ, the QMJHL Commissioner, Mario Cecchini.
Young team, spectacular team, Vous avez mis sur pied une équipe sans pareil. Votre nom est synonyme de succès et de standards élevés. La population vous remercie et la Ligue. Bravo! Et merci à tous les fans à travers le pays. Shout out to all the fans across the country. Merci beaucoup de nous suivre si assidûment. Et finalement, à vous, la ville de Rimouski. Vous avez été une ville hôtesse extraordinaire et encore une fois, vous avez donné envie à tout le monde de revenir visiter votre belle région. Bravo et merci!
Merci, M. Cecchini. Maintenant, nous souhaitons annoncer le récipiendaire du trophée Stafford Smythe, décerné au joueur le plus utile de la Coupe Memorial 2025. Now, we'd like to announce this year's recipient of the Stafford Smythe Memorial Trophy, which is awarded to the most valuable player of the 2025 Memorial Cup. Chargé d'escorter le trophée Stafford Smythe sur la glace, escorting the Stafford Smythe Trophy to the ice, please welcome from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, veuillez accueillir de la Gendarmerie Royale Canadienne, gendarme Ivan Provost et gendarme Martin Ross.
There's the Stafford Smythe Memorial Trophy. Won before by Corey Perry and Mitch Marner of the London Knights.
Veuillez accueillir le commissaire de la Ligue de hockey de l'Ontario. Please welcome the commissioner of the Ontario Hockey League, Brian Crawford. Cette année, notre joueur le plus utile est. This year, our tournament MVP is. From the London Knights, the Knights de London, le numéro 7, number 7, Easton Cowan.
And there it is, Easton Cowan. Last year was the OHL MVP and then the playoff MVP, and now he's completed the trifecta as Memorial Cup MVP in 2025. Joins Corey Perry and Mitch Marner. So he shakes hands with Brian Crawford, new OHL commissioner at Center Ice. A little who's who of junior hockey is won the Stafford Smythe through the years. Scott Niedermeyer, Shane Doan, Alexander Radulov, Taylor Hall did it twice, Leon Draisaitl among others.
Merci, messieurs, et félicitations, Easton. En 1919, la Coupe Memorial a été créée et dédiée aux soldats canadiens qui ont donné leur vie pendant la Première Guerre mondiale, en particulier ceux qui ont joué au hockey. Elle a ensuite été dédiée de nouveau afin d'honorer tous les membres des forces armées canadiennes tombés au combat. Elle représente un hommage au service, au sacrifice et à la fierté nationale. In 1919, the Memorial Cup was created and dedicated to the Canadian soldiers who gave their lives in World War I. It has since been rededicated to honor all fallen Canadian military personnel. It stands as a tribute to service, sacrifice, and national pride. Chargé d'escorter la Coupe Memorial jusqu'au centre de la glace, escorting the Memorial Cup to center ice are matelot chef, master sailor Kim Charette, and sailor first class, matelot de première classe, Ismaël Durocher-Bergeron. Et maintenant, and now, veuillez accueillir, please welcome the Memorial Cup. Pour présenter la Coupe Memorial, to present the Memorial Cup, veuillez accueillir le président de la SCH. Please welcome CHL President Dan McKenzie.
Merci, Rebouski, d'avoir été une hôtesse aussi formidable. I'd like to acknowledge the Western Hockey League champion Medicine Hat Tigers, who had a great tournament and an outstanding season. Congratulations. For the third time in London Knights history, the name of the London Knights players, coaching staff will be etched on the Memorial Cup. I'd like to ask Captain Denver Barkey, come forward and claim the Memorial Cup.
It was Danny Chevrat, captain back in 05. Christian Dvorak was the captain in 2016. And now Denver Barkey in 2025 for the London Knights. That's what it's all about right there. Should mention as well, Mitch Marner was also a captain on the London Knights in 2016. As they both hoisted it, Dvorak and Marner at center ice. Here it's all Denver Barkey, who wasn't sure if he was going to skate at all in the championship series of the OHL. Came back in Game 5. It looked pretty good here, Frankie, in the Memorial Cup.
Yeah, he really did. What a performance from the captain. Obviously battling some discomfort and found a way to break through for his team.
Landon Sim, couple huge blocks in this tournament for the London Knights. Led the team with 30 goals this year.
Overage forward who will start his pro career next year in the Toronto Maple Leafs organization.
And Jacob Julian, the London kid, a former engineering student. At the same time, he was a junior hockey player. He'll move on to pro next year.
And he was taken in the under-18 draft.
That's right.
Not the under-16 draft.
Oh, what a journey it's been for Austin Elliott. Maybe had dreams of himself lifting the Memorial Cup one day. I don't think he imagined doing it, though, with the London Knights.
Well, they called him Stone Cold Austin Elliott in London this season, and it was all that and more at the Memorial Cup.
I know Oliver Bach has been playing through some injuries here, but looks pretty good right now for the London Knights. Stad Radek won a world championship back in 1996, beat Canada 4-2 in the final. That was a huge win for Czechia. And there is Easton Cowan going for his skate with it as well. As Denver Barkey, the captain of the London Knights, is standing alongside Reagan Subban.
Denver, 2 goals to win your first Memorial Cup. Just explain to me what it felt like to finally host it.
Yeah, I think we've kind of been working towards it for all 4 years. And to build towards it, come up short last year, and then, get it done tonight. It's a surreal feeling. I can't really put it into words right now. I'm just love these guys. It was so much fun this year, made so many memories, and, just going to cherish this forever.
Can you express how proud you are of your team to finally do it this year?
So proud. I went down in the Kitchener series, and I didn't know if I'd play again, and these guys stepped up and gave me another chance to play hockey, so super proud of them. So grateful for all these guys. We do it for the guy next to, each other, and I'm just going to love these guys forever now.
And do you have one last message to any London Knight fan?
Thank you guys for everything. You guys have been our rock all year. You give us energy. The support from the community all 4 years I've been in London. Every guy says the same thing. They've been so good to us. So grateful for them too.
Enjoy it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Denver Barkey, also your humanitarian of the year in the Ontario Hockey League this season. Very well liked, big community guy back in London. will be well thought of for a long, long time in that community. There's no Abba Flynn handing it off to Sam Dickinson, OHL Defenseman of the Year. He's an 06, so he's still got another year of junior hockey eligibility. Might not be taking advantage of it, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to need it. He's going to look pretty good in teal and white next year in San Jose.
Sam O'Reilly had a great tournament here as well, Frankie. First rounder, final first-round pick in the NHL draft last summer to the Edmonton Oilers.
A really nice tournament for Sam O'Reilly. Knows exactly what he is as a player and played to that identity.
All right, Dale Hunter is now officially a three-time Memorial Cup champion as a head coach. He's with Greg and Subban.
Dale, this marks your third Memorial Cup title. What's been consistent over each championship run?
You know, we have players that they're skilled, but they have a will to win, and that's always the key. Skill and will together, character kids, and that makes it easy for a coach.
This team had the will to make it back to the Memorial Cup final for the second straight year, and this time they are champions. Just talk about the resiliency from this team.
Oh, they are. They were determined from the start of the year. We came up short last year, and it hurt a lot. So the boys, they were determined right from the get-go.
And what makes this group so special?
They're special because they love each other, they care of each other, and they got a lot of character in that team.
Thank you, Dale. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
There's Ryder Bolton in the Memorial Cup, handing it off to Rene Van Bommel. Boy, it's hard to argue that the work here, Frankie, the Hunter brothers have done in London is anything but the blueprint for how to draw up junior hockey success.
Yeah, it really is the gold standard in so many ways when it comes to the drafting, the recruiting, the developing. And it's all encompassing for the Hunters and the London Knights. And this is a very well-deserved achievement for them.
Won't be long before it's back to work for Mark Hunter. Of course, the OHL draft has already come and gone, but you got the import draft here, and this London Knight team are going to be losing a lot of players for next year, graduating to the next level. But the London Knights, if there's one thing they are, it's consistent, and they expect to be a playoff team again next year.
That's the one thing about the Knights and the Hunters. If you're another OHL team and you watch this thinking that the Knights are going to be a bad team for a couple of years, think again. They restock the cupboards pretty quickly.
There's Noah Reed. Didn't play his shift tonight, but he could very well see himself get drafted this coming summer as he hands it off to another draft-eligible player, Alexei Medvedev. There's Ryder Bolton and Landon Sim. They bolted down the tunnel. Wondered for what, but they've got the tub of Gatorade now, and that's going to end up on Dale Hunter, I think, here at some point. Trying to find him. There he is. And there's another dry cleaning bill for Dale Hunter.
You gotta love that the Gatorade's green, right?
I don't think that's an accident.
That is not an accident. Well done.
Well, Frankie, this has been a real pleasure, my friend. It's been great having you alongside in the booth. What an angle we've had here all tournament long in Rimouski. Well, that's it for us. We're going to hand this off to the panel with Laura Dyke and Mark Denis and Craig Button. Laura.
Thank you, Victor.